Being a mom is a difficult job, but what happens when you're struck with cancer? Not once, but twice. How do you and your family cope? Well, one lady decided she was going to put up a fight and find a way doing a healthy plan, or having 4 essential steps to a healthy living. And as a result, not necessarily fight cancer, but definitely presume hope it won't be back again. Am I right, Bernadette?
Absolutely.
You're very welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Bernadette Bowen's The Choice. I was reading your book last night. I was flicking through it. I didn't get through it all in one night. I'm good, I'm not that good. And the biggest thing that hit me was you mentioned basic things like water and products we use in our skin and products we use every day in cooking. And you've turned them upside down, and you've really made me think about water in particular. Tell me about water.
Well, I suppose it's one of our biggest concerns, you know, the quality of our water. I certainly have discovered that from people I've discussed. And we have fluoride in our water here, and only 2% of Europe has fluoridated water. And we just happen to be in that 2%. And fluoride is listed as a severe poison. So
what is the healthiest water?
Well, there's 2 systems that you can use, and that's distilled water, or you could use a system called reverse osmosis.
Okay.
So a lot of people spend a lot of money now on bottled water. You really need to clean the water coming into your home. So it's much more economical and a better quality of water.
So if somebody brought you a bottle of water to your home, you'd actually distill it again at home?
No, I actually use a reverse osmosis system, and so it's on tap. You fit the system in underneath your sink and you turn it on and you've got water on hand.
Okay, I was blown away with that because I'm drinking bottled water all the time.
Yeah, and it's a good thing because nowadays we've raised awareness of drinking more water. But bottled water is not necessarily it.
Tell me about your story. You were diagnosed with cancer at what age? In your 30s?
I was 33.
What kind of cancer?
Cancer of the lymph system. So
how were you told and how did you react?
Every woman's nightmare, I'm afraid. But you know, you get on with it, you do it. Lots of people out there. My story is in no way unique.
I know that, yeah. But still, your story. How did you react when you were told you had cancer?
I suppose it was like a bolt of lightning, and I had 2 young children. Richard, my eldest son, was 7 at the time, and my eldest girl now, she's 22, and she was 4 at that stage. So, of course it was tough, you know.
Absolutely.
And to try and get through it.
Then to be diagnosed again with a different cancer. Was the second cancer, where was the second?
Breast cancer.
Was it related to lymph cancer?
I was 12 years actually clear, so I was from cancer.
Was there a connection between both cancers?
They don't
know.
Connect, and they don't tell you.
Second time around, was it easier to hear that you had cancer again?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Completely different area of your body.
And I had a little girl at that stage, and she was now 5, so it was like history repeating itself. It was like déjà vu, you know. So
is this what instigated the interest in what you're eating, what you're putting onto your skin, how you were living?
Absolutely. At that stage, I decided I was going to find a way to help myself, and I was going to try and educate myself. So that's what I did, and I set about, and I discovered it wasn't rocket science, that ordinary people like me can do this, and that the changes you had to make were very simple, and this is why I wrote them down in the book.
Okay. Now, we already mentioned the water because I'm obsessed with it ever since I read about it last night. Well, let's start at the first one, which is juicing. Smoothies, and I think you called sneaky.
This is my sneaky
recipe.
This is here. Yeah.
Okay, now don't tell me what's in it. Let me taste it first, okay? Banana, which is gorgeous. Is there any sugar in that?
No, no sugar whatsoever.
Beautiful.
It's coconut milk, it's banana, and it's spinach.
I would have made that first, but that's your recipe from the book.
That's my recipe.
And tell me why you recommend juicing and smoothies.
Well, it's a surefire way of improving your health, because the big significant thing about juicing and smoothies and things like this is that the fruits and veg are raw, because when you cook them you destroy the nutrients. So we're well aware of this now.
So you're recommending, from your own research, your own experience, you're recommending raw vegetables and raw fruit, obviously, and that's healthier than putting it in the saucepan or putting it in the oven.
Of course, than cooking it, because when you cook something above 43 degrees, you destroy the enzymes in it, which are the most important part of the food.
Does it make any difference that, I'm curious, I don't know, but does it make any difference that you're having sort of an immediate intake of these raw vegetables and fruit, because you could have so many different varieties of the sneakies.
Yeah, well, you'll see very effective results very shortly afterwards. One of the big things I noticed was I had arthritis in my right hand and shoulder.
Did you always have that?
I'd had it since I was quite young, and I realised it disappeared. Now, I could see that. I couldn't see the cancer, and that's what really set me on the path, because I thought there's something happening here, you know.
That's good, that's good. And again, everyone has their own personal experience, so this was your individual experience.
This was my experience,
okay.
yeah.
The clean water we mentioned. Now, powerful foods. What do you mean by powerful foods?
Powerful foods like sprouting and wheatgrass and B17 foods. These are the missing link in today's modern diet. You know, we have... In the late 1800s, our bread was made with wheat or millet, and now they've taken the millet out of our diet, and they used wheat because it's cheaper and easier to grow.
It's more readily available.
And it's
all too easy, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Powerful foods. What else do you mean?
Apple seeds is another thing that you can. A very simple thing. Very often we eat the apple and we throw away the best part. Full of nitrilicides that protect the body against disease.
Okay. So now you brought in a few examples of snacks. All of them we love. It's a fact. I mean, look how many packets of crisps are sold every day of the week. These ones here look delicious. What's in this?
These are called in the book My Lovely Love Bites.
Oh.
And they're positively seductive.
Good.
One of them won't be enough, Blanaid. They're...
Can I taste?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me what's in it.
They're almonds and they're raisins and some the rind, the zest of.
I was going to say orange.
Of orange.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And children would love them as well.
My husband's a bit of a chocoholic, so I keep them on hand too.
Excellent. Now, that looks like onion rings.
It is. It's onion rings dipped in a batter, but they're not cooked, Blanaid. They're dehydrated. So there's no oil involved, there's no frying involved. So they're, you can hear how crunchy they are.
They're absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
And do children like them? Do your children love them?
My little girl wanted these this morning, and I was trying to just give her a fraction.
Because of the programme. I'm sorry, what's your daughter's name?
Julie.
Julie, sorry. And we have crisps, but they're made from parsnips.
Parsnips, and very simple to make. Just cut them wafer thin, dip them in a little bit of stock and dehydrate them.
Now, the fourth stage, which we don't have time to talk about, I'm sorry, is safe personal care. And that section is all about educating ourselves about what we put on our skin, what we intake from toothpaste to shampoo to moisturisers.
We're actually the first generation to be exposed to spraying all these chemicals onto our body. And things like deodorant, shampoo, toothpaste, a simple thing. As simple as toothpaste that you put in your mouth every day. And in America, their labelling laws are 15 years ahead of ours. And there's a warning on the toothpaste in America that states clearly, if accidentally swallowed more than is needed for brushing, you contact a poisons control centre.
Wow.
And they tell you also to use...
I've heard about fluoride. I mean, it might be something we'll talk about, because they say, dentists do say, don't give your children too much toothpaste because there's so much fluoride in it.
Of course. They tell you only use a pea size.
Can I ask you a personal question before you go?
Yes.
Can I ask you what age you are?
51.
You look very well, and you look very healthy, and everything's okay. You're the all clear and everything.
At the moment, yeah.
Well done.
Absolutely.
Well, and it'll stay like that. Congratulations.
Thank
Well done
you.
to you.